In this video, I will show you how to add failed Stripe payment details to MS Excel automatically. So assume that a customer is trying to make a payment via Stripe payment gateway for your product and suddenly that payment has got failed. So in this video, I will show you how you can collect the payment failed details into MS Excel so that you and your team can keep a track on all the failed payments. So if you also want to set this automation for yourself, come with me and I will show you how you can set this automation step by step. Now to automate this process, I'll have to integrate Stripe and MS Excel, and I'm going to do that with Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software. And here you can see I am already logged in into this software, and you can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button. And in the free account, you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, simply click on this blue button that is create workflow, and firstly provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'm providing the name as add failed Stripe payment details in MS Excel. Now simply click on create, and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. So basically these are trigger and action. So here trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Try to understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. According to our use case, whenever the payment is failed into Stripe payment gateway application, then automatically collect the details into the MS Excel application. Okay, so this is how I have selected the application into this trigger and action window. Now I'm going to connect these 2 applications with the Pabbly Connect one by one. Okay, so firstly select the trigger event, that is the payment failed. Okay, so here you can see we have the trigger event as payment failed. You can also read the instructions that this will trigger when the payment intent has failed the attempt to create a payment method or a payment. Okay, so I have selected the same. Now after selecting the trigger event, here you can see a webhook URL is provided via Pabbly Connect. Okay, and a few set of instructions are also there. So basically you'll have to read these instructions one by one. Okay, so copy this webhook URL, go back to your Stripe payment gateway dashboard, and here you will have to visit this developer section. Well, currently I am working into the testing mode, but you can also set this automation into the live mode. Okay, so this is the developer section. Then you will have to select this webhook option, and here we are going to add a new endpoint URL. Okay, so simply click on this add endpoint button, and here you will have to paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect, and after that you will have to choose the same event which is mentioned into these instructions, which is payment intent dot payment failed. Okay, so let me first copy the same, come back here and search for the same, and here you can see I have this event. Let me select the same, click on add endpoints, and finally click on this button, and this is how the connection in between Stripe and Pabbly Connect is successful. Now in order to test this automation, connection, I'll have to firstly I'm going to read the instructions that it is actually waiting for the webhook response, and it is saying that log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So basically it is asking us to do a test submission or record, and here the test submission means making of a payment fail. Okay, so I'm going to make a dummy payment first, and then I will intentionally fail that payment, and you will see how the details of the failed payment will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Alright, so this is the product section, and I am going to open a random product. So this is the PHP course for beginners. I'm going to open this course. Alright, so here is the link of that payment. And here you can see we have the product as PHP course for beginners, which is of 4999. Okay, I'm going to provide some dummy details, and then I will intentionally make this payment fail. Okay, so how I can do that? So I'm going to do that with a testing card details. Okay, so you will have to search for the same into your browser, and Stripe also provides some testing card details for the payment success as well as for the payment failure. So I will search for the card declining payment. Okay, so let me search for the same, that is card decline. And here you can see a lot of card details are provided. I'm going to provide this generic decline. Okay, so I have copied the same, come back here and let me paste the same here, and you can add any random CVV and the date of expiration. Okay, so I have added the same, and now I'm going to provide some dummy details of the customer. Alright, so the name of the person is demo user, the email address is demo@pabblytools.com, and here I have provided a random number that is 9222222222. Okay, and now I am going to click on this subscribe, and you will see that this payment will be failed automatically. Alright, here you can see your card has been declined. Now I will come back to Pabbly Connect, and you will notice that the same failed payment details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Alright, so response is already received. Let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the type as payment intent dot payment failed. Let me show you other details. So here you can see we have the product name. We even have the amount, but it has taken extra 2 zeros. Basically, this particular amount has been captured into the JSN format. You can understand that it has actually ignored that decimal. Alright, so don't worry, we will correct this amount. Okay, and we even have the customer details. So here you can see we have the same name, the same email address, and we even have the address also. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between Stripe and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine, and the first step of our automation is also done. Now moving further, I am going to add these details into MS Excel. So firstly, you will have to search for the application, then you will have to select the action event, that is add row to worksheet, because I have already created a worksheet and I want that a new row should be added, and in that row the details should be updated automatically. So that is why I have selected this specific action event. Now simply click on connect, click on add a new connection, click on connect with the Microsoft Excel, and then you will have to provide the access of your Excel account. Well, I have already built this connection earlier, so I am going with this existing connection, and you can also go with the existing connection if you have built this connection in the first time already. Okay, so here you can see authorization will be successful and Microsoft Excel account will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. And here you can see it is connected. Now whatever the workbooks I have created into my Excel account have started visible here since we are connected, and I am going to select this all Stripe payment fields, this specific workbook. Okay, so let me search for the same, that is all Stripe failed payments. Alright, so here we have the same workbook, and in the worksheet I just have a single sheet only which has got selected automatically. Now as soon as I have selected the workbook and worksheet, here you can see all the columns which I have added into my worksheet have started visible inside our Pabbly Connect's dashboard. So here you can see I have the customer name, the customer email, the amount of the payment. Alright, let me first correct the spelling of this amount. It should be AMOUNT. Alright, the amount of the payment. We also have the product name and status. So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns in total, and all these 5 columns are visible into our Pabbly Connect's dashboard as well. Okay, so I am going to provide the details one by one here, but before that let me click on this refresh button so that I can see the correct changes here. Okay, so simply click on this refresh to fetch new items, and you will see the spelling will be updated here. And it is done. Now you must be thinking that from where I'm going to provide the details in these fields. Well, remember we have just captured the data into our previous step, and I don't even need to manually copy this data and paste it here. I am going to map this data, and mapping is very simple inside Pabbly Connect. You just need to click on this particular field and you will find the above step data here in the drop down, and you just have to select that data. Now it is asking for the customer name, so let me search for the name of the customer. So here we have the name, that is demo user. Asking for the customer email, so let me search the email address, that is demo@pabblytools.com. Asking for the amount of the payment, so remember we have captured the amount as this. Basically this particular value has ignored the decimal. So how I can map the correct amount? So before this MS Excel step you will have to introduce one more extra step, and with the help help of number formatter feature, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, we are going to trim these extra 2 zeros. Okay, so in the action event you will have to search for the perform math operation. Okay, let me show you this action event, that is perform math operation. Simply click on connect and it will be connected immediately. Now it is asking that on which particular number you would like to perform a math operation. Okay, so I would like to perform the math operation on this particular amount, and I want that whenever the amount is received via Pabbly Connect, basically in Pabbly Connect, that amount will be added here, will be mapped here automatically, and then I'm going to divide 100 with this particular amount so that I can remove these extra 2 zeros. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so how you will have to provide the numbers, basically you will have to provide the numbers separated via comma. Okay, so let me add the same. Now lastly you will have to select the operation. In this case I want to divide it, so I have selected the same. Simply click on save and send test request button and you will notice that you will receive the correct amount. Alright, so I'm going to map this correct amount in this specific field. Okay, but if you will click on this field you will notice that the recent data is not visible here. So either you will have to refresh this automation or you will have to connect this MS Excel with Pabbly Connect once again. This is how your automation will be refreshed automatically. And here you can see it is connected once again, and after this connection if you will click on this particular field you will notice that the recent data is also visible here. Simply open that data and map the correct amount. Alright, so the amount is also mapped. Asking for the product name, so the product name was PHP course for beginners, I remember. Okay, so this is the product name which I have mapped, and lastly it is asking for the status. Okay, so here we have the status as payment intent payment field, so I have mapped this data also. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping? Okay, so whatever the details I am going to map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. So what will happen, every time the customer will make a payment and if that payment is failed, Pabbly Connect will instantly capture the failed payment data here inside its dashboard, and that failed payment data will replace these existing values. Basically whatever the values you have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically. And just in case if you will provide any data manually here, this data will remain same. Now I am going to click on this button save and send test request in front of you, and you will see the response will be received here. Alright, so the response is already received, and here we have the Excel. Let me refresh it. And here you can see the failed payment data has been collected inside our Excel. Okay, so here you can see the demo uses the name of the person. Here we have the same email address, the correct amount, the product name and the status. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that our automation is working absolutely fine. And now onwards, whenever any customer will make a payment and if that payment has got failed, the details will be collected automatically inside MS Excel. And to do that, you just need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect once. After that, you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach this link into my description box. You just need to click on this link, sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be also able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.